Whoa! 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 What's going on here? Oh? Oh. Okay. Hi there, I'm Jules. Nice to see you. The word of the day today is bug. You know, like spider or ant or grasshopper or the creepy crawly things. If you'd like to know why bug is the word of the day, watch my next video and then read the description to find out. Hey babes, today we're playing AIdol again. Let's get right into it. I left them right on the street. Talking. Kazuki. Is that the president, I think? Are you looking forward to this, Ray? Mm-hmm. I like meeting my fans. I know you do. Himuro Kazuki walks down the street with his daughter, Ray. Though Ray is already 15, her father holds her hand in his own, linking their fingers together. If Ray is displeased by this, she shows no sign of it. Her face is carefully blank. So, do you want to go shopping? We can pick up something nice for you to wear for your little handshaking event. I don't mind, but Mother usually goes clothes shopping with me, not you. I know, but I wanted to spend some quality time together with you. Feels like it's been a while. Ray nods her head. You've been busy at work. I'm always busy at work, but I could set a day or two aside for my daughter. I want you to look your best for AIdol Fest. Kazuki smiles, a touch abashed. Not that I know much about high fashion. Me neither. Ray sighs. I don't suppose what I wear matters too much. I'm not headlining. I'm not even performing. AIdol Fest is Aiko's event. True. Kazuki winces. Talking about Aiko always makes him wince. But you'll still be there during the first day of the convention. Your fans will want to see you dressed up. You have a lot of fans, you know. Not as many as Aiko. Nobody has as many fans as Aiko. Kazuki frowns. Does that bother you? Ray shakes her head. No, I prefer it. Aiko is the person I aspire to be like after all. I wouldn't do to surpass her hardly a year into my career. Person, she says. Ray's always been strangely insistent about calling Aiko a person, though she's nothing but an android. Kazuki works at Lyric, and he has first-hand knowledge of how virtual idols are created, not born. They're purely synthetic beings, made of wires and cables and cords. Ray, however, has always been strangely fond of virtual idols. She's especially fond of Aiko. I think if I ever sold more CDs than Aiko, I'd be a little disheartened. Really now? Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not quite at her level yet. Don't say that about yourself, Ray. You're a real girl. You're made of flesh and blood. Aiko is just a doll. She can't compare. Aiko is not a doll. Ray's serene expression is disturbed, like ripples spreading across a pool of water. For once, it's certainly rare. She looks genuinely upset. Almost angry. Aiko is one of the best idols there is. You should know that, Dad. You helped build her. Right. I know. I'm sorry. Kazuki sighs. Though he and his daughter are both employed at Lyric, he is a programmer and she is an idol. They don't have all that much in common. Their disagreement about Aiko is just a drop in the ocean. I wish I could attend the second day of the convention. Isn't that when Aiko's meant to perform? That's right, but you can listen to Aiko perform anytime. You have all her CDs. It's just not the same. Ray, we've been through this. The Kosukai Center isn't very big, and it will be incredibly crowded. The concert hall will be packed. If you show up at Aiko's performance, you'll probably get hurt. There are no guarantees. It's not happening, Ray. I had a hard time enough convincing your mother to let you go to the handshaking event as it is. Ray looks at her dad, though perhaps looks is not the right word, and tilts her head to one side. Her nose wrinkles like a rabbit's. It's cute. Ray really is cute, Kazuki thinks. She definitely doesn't take after him. She doesn't take after Itsuki that much either. Both Kazuki and Itsuki, Ray's mother and father, are tall, and they both wear glasses. The only thing the short, slender, demure Ray inherited from her parents was their poor eyesight. Unlike her parents, however, Ray doesn't wear glasses. She doesn't need them. They wouldn't help her. Well, alright then. Ray eventually gives in, but Kazuki can tell she isn't happy. The small pout on her face is proof enough. Alright. Sayuri. You know, I'm not sure about this. Sayuri frowns and prods one of the tapioca bubbles in her tea with the tip of her straw. It bursts, dispensing swirls of dark purple through her drink. Her nose wrinkles even more deeply. Sayuri looks so serious as she studies her transparent cup that she could be a scientist analyzing the individual atoms in the air. Naturally, Misaki finds this rather funny. Who's Misaki? Have we seen her before? You're always so serious, Sayuri. Lighten up. I know, I'm sorry. It's just... Bubble tea? Seriously? It's great. You get two amazing flavors combined into one, and you can pick and choose, too. The freedom is liberating, don't you think? Sayuri rolls her eyes. I thought you used to be a model, not a saleswoman. I'm a jack of all trades. Well, I already bought the bubble tea, and I regret it immensely. Your job is done. Hey, what's wrong with bubble tea? It's delicious. That woman over there seems to be enjoying it. Misaki gestures towards a woman sitting at a bench near theirs, by their side of the water. Sayori recognizes her, though vaguely. She was waiting in line with them at the bubble tea store. Nobody's sitting at the bench. There's nobody there. The woman brings her plastic cup to her lips, ready to take a sip, when... Oh! All of a sudden, she jumps. Maybe she received a sudden text on her phone and the vibration startled her, or maybe a bird flew a little too close to her head. But whatever the reason for her distraction, the woman now has a bright red stain down the front of her shirt. The woman sighs, her shoulders slump. Not again. Well, maybe that woman isn't enjoying her bubble tea too much, but it's good when you don't get it all over your clothes. I don't know, feels like such a fad. It's been a fad for like the last 50 years. Get with the times, Grandma. I am not that old. Getting there. Misaki titters. Is your mother still nagging you to get married? My mother always nags. She was probably a goat in a past life. A goat? I'll take that as a yes. Misaki prods at the tapioca balls in her own bubble tea with a straw. They're light purple and flavored like taro, soft and sweet, but comfortingly earthy. For all Misaki talks about the freedom of choice, she always gets the same combination whenever she goes for bubble tea. It's as predictable as two coming after one. Maybe Misaki's fallen into a rut. It isn't just the bubble tea. Misaki's whole life is like this. Take my word for it, Sayori. Relationships aren't all they're cracked up to be. Sometimes I wonder if it was really worth it. Oh? How are things going with Kenji? Poorly. Though it sounds cruel, Sayori isn't exactly surprised. She's had the pleasure of working with Kenji for 4 years, and she thinks she knows him fairly well by now. He bosses Hideki around like he's a slave, but Kenji never puts the same amount of effort into his own work. He lets jobs pile up until they swamp him, then tries to palm them off on other people. Sayori doesn't think Kenji's a bad person, per se, but she doesn't like him. She never has. Something about his attitude rubs her the wrong way. It's strange. I feel like I got a little better with Kenji when we were just friends. He seemed more relaxed, I guess. He seems pretty relaxed when we're together. Whenever you're together. He was all over you at the staff Christmas party last year. I know, but that's the thing. He only acts like that when we're out in public. When we're together, he just clams up. Maybe he's an exhibitionist. I don't know. He acts cool, but he really didn't date anyone before he went out with me. Maybe he's nervous, but too proud to admit it. Like men who park their cars and forget where they've parked them, but get too awkward to ask for help. Kenji does that a lot. What a surprise. Sayori's brow creases. She places a hand beneath her chin, pondering. She doesn't like Kenji, but she does like Misaki. She likes Misaki quite a bit. As such, it troubles her to see her close friend so distraught. She has no desire to say nice things about Arata Kenji, but if it's for Misaki's sake... I'm sure he's just shy, Misaki. A lot of men are, even the more confident ones. It's all bluster. You think? I'm sure. You've known each other for years, and you've always got on well. He's nicer to you than he is to anyone in the office. With the curious exception, perhaps, of Ryuichi. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it makes me kind of happy. It's no problem. Do you want me to say anything to him? I doubt he'll listen, but... Oh, no, it's quite all right. I don't think he'd be happy if he knew I was talking about personal details behind his back. It's more than enough that I have you to listen to me. Are you sure? I'm sure. I really am grateful. Thank you, Sayori. But Misaki doesn't look entirely convinced. Neither is Sayori. Is this really all she can do? Frowning, Sayori picks up her bubble tea, lychee with violet tapioca pearls, and takes a sip. She shudders. It's far too sweet. I don't like all these cutting around. Whoa! 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 What's going on here? Oh? Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright, we'll see. So what's the missus up to? Don't call her that. What? She's your girlfriend, isn't she? She might even end up being your wife one day if you play your cards right. I don't really want to talk about it. Anyway, she said she was out shopping. Do you know how long she'll be gone for? Maybe another hour or so. She's with Sayori, and those two sure can talk. Kenji tuts. Not that Sayori says more than 2 words to me at the office. She's so stuck up. I think that's part of her appeal. I'm playing the long game here. And I wish you wouldn't. What? Flirt with her all the time. For one thing, it's unprofessional, and for another... Yes? What is it? Ryuichi's eyes glitter dangerously. Kenji has to look away first. Though he often acts aloof, Ryuichi disconcerts him. He can never keep his cool around the older man. He didn't know what it felt like to be jealous until he met Ryuichi. Kenji, however, isn't the only one. You know, Ken, there's something that's been bothering me lately. What? You seem to be spending a lot of time with that new kid, the intern. Who, Hideki? You're always sending him out on fetch quests, and you take more time to scold him than you really need. That's because he keeps screwing up. Do you remember what he did to the paper shredder? It was making the most unbearable noises. And the printer. Oh God, don't remind me. I've never met anyone more inept with technology than that boy. It's a miracle he was able to land a job at Lyric in the first place. We better make sure we keep him away from the virtual idols or they'll all start short-circuiting. Christ, that would be a PR nightmare. Kenji sighs, his shoulders slumping. His shoulders always slump when he thinks about work, even after snatching a too brief hour with Ryuichi. The time goes by too quickly, and it isn't enough. It isn't just in the office. Didn't you take that kid out for drinks a couple of times? It really was only a couple. I just got bored. I bet he was surprised. You always act like you hate him. I don't hate him. I'm largely indifferent to him. So that's why you asked him out, is it? Ryuichi reclines on the hotel bed, his legs spread in the manner of all self-confident men. Ryuichi sits like that when he takes the train, too, not caring about who he's inconveniencing. Ryuichi isn't the type to give a damn. That's why he keeps flirting with Sayuri. He just can't take no for an answer. Is it like the kids in the playground? They always call each other names and pull hair when they like somebody. I have never once pulled Hideki's hair. Do you want to? Don't be ridiculous. I'd rather go out drinking with you, but Misaki might get suspicious. Ask somebody else from the office, then. They all hate me. I can't say I blame them. Hideki probably hates me too, but the kid's too spineless to refuse my invitations. That's the only reason why I ask him out. I needed a drinking buddy. I'd go crazy if I had to stay at home with Misaki all the time. It's suffocating. You hate being with her that much? No, I don't hate being with her. That's the worst thing. If he hated her, it would be easy for Kenji to betray her. He could do it effortlessly, flirting with Ryuichi at work, then greeting his girlfriend back at home with a kiss on the cheek and a cheery, "I'm back, honey." But it's not that easy. It's never that easy. I'm pretty glad we're both working at that convention this weekend. We won't need to sneak around at hotels. But we won't get any alone time. There'll be too many people watching. Ryuichi smirks. Are you sure you can cope? I'll be just fine. I am a grown man. Kenji retrieves his shirt from the floor, where it was cast aside during a moment of passion, and begins to button it up. He can hardly go and meet Misaki for their date in this state. Shirtless, messy hair, unbuttoned pants, marks across his clavicle. For all Ryuichi talks about being careful, he's not exactly the most stringent in enforcing his own rules. He always licks and sucks and leaves marks that Misaki would find most intriguing. But she'll never see them, because Kenji makes a point of not instigating anything with her. How else would he explain all the bruises? I swear, you get even more aggressive when you're jealous. Naturally. You do belong to me, Ken, and I don't want you to forget it. Whoa! Okay. First day of the convention. Good morning, world. I yawn and stretch my arms above my body. The joints of my elbows crack satisfyingly. I shiver. It's only 8, but the sun is already up. The sky is bright blue, almost aquamarine, and it's studded here and there with fluffy, thick clouds. They scud along lazily without a care in the world. It looks like it's going to be another hot day. I hope it won't be too hot in the convention center, but this is wishful thinking. If it's too hot in my room with the electric fan whirring on my desk, it'll definitely be too hot in the convention center. I've never been to a convention before, but I bet there'll be hundreds upon hundreds of sweaty human bodies crammed into ostentatious outfits, all packed in together. Speaking of clothes, I know a lot of people use conventions as a chance to dress up, but I've decided to dress down instead. I don't think a frilly dress would suit me, and I don't have the right figure to cosplay as any characters I like. I'm worried if I tried to look like Aiko, I'd put her to shame. I'm just wearing my usual clothes, a shirt, shorts, sneakers. My hair is short and choppy, and I'm not wearing makeup. I don't know how to apply it. I'm sure my mother would scold me. Make more of an effort. This could be your big break. But I don't want to make friends and influence people. I have an important mission. That is, if this whole thing isn't a joke. I hope it isn't a joke. I've grown rather attached to Heartsong over the last week. Okay. Wow. The Kokusai Center is pretty big. I looked at photos on my phone before I came here, but it's even larger than the map would have me believe. I thought living my life online, plugged into my headphones, was good enough, but the real world is vast, far vaster than I gave it credit for. I guess I'd know that already if I ever left my room. All of a sudden, I feel pretty small. The convention center is made of glass, much like the Lyric headquarters, but on a larger scale. It reminds me of an airport, actually. The building is decorated with flags, posters, and other idol-related decor, all emblazoned with the Lyric Corp logo. There's a life-size cardboard cutout of Aiko standing by the entrance, striking her signature pose with a wide smile on her face. There's also Sora and Tsubasa, 2 other well-known virtual idols. Not as well-known as Aiko, of course. It's around 9 and they won't start letting people in until 10, but there's already a queue. It's busier than I thought it would be. Noisier, too. I thought I got here pretty early, but I guess there are fans even more diehard than I am. Amidst the throngs of people waiting by the entrance, I spot 3 Icos, a Vespa, and is that Naomi? There are security guards maintaining order. They usher newcomers to the back of the queue and try to keep things peaceful. I wonder if there's anything I can do while I'm here. Let's hang around the convention center. Maybe I can hang around here and search for clues? I'm not sure what clues I can find, but it's better than doing nothing. I don't have a chance to take more than 2 steps, however, before one of the security guards catches my eye. Excuse me, miss. Oh, he's a rather tall man, though slender, and he has a very attractive face, like a film star. Why is he so good-looking? It makes me feel kind of self-conscious. Now that I think about it, the clerk I met at Lyric's office was good-looking, too. Does Lyric employ people based on how beautiful they are? But this guy probably doesn't work for Lyric. He was just brought on for the event. He doesn't really look like a security guard, though. I assume he is, based on his tone of voice and stature. Miss? The security guard looks at me questioningly. Was I spacing out for a few moments? Crap. I need to pull myself together. Yes? My voice sounds a little higher than usual. My face flushes. Well, what is it? I was wondering if there's anything I can help you with. You seem to be a bit lost. Oh. He's smiling. At least he isn't mad at me. Oh, yes, there is. Can't see the queue? It's back there. You can't miss it. He laughs at his own joke, and I wonder if I should laugh too. Would it be rude if I didn't? Well, I was just... looking for the volunteer sign-in table. Looking for the volunteer sign-in table. Oh, you want to volunteer, do you? Yes. I saw on the Lyric website that they accept volunteers for the events, but first we need to sign some kind of form. I looked around on the website, but I couldn't find one. I wasn't sure if I was meant to sign up here or not. That's right. The volunteer table is inside the entrance hall. If you're interested, go ask one of our girls for a form, but you need to wait in the queue like everybody else. Oh, and you need to have some sort of valid ID. Did you see that on the website? I brought my passport. Then there are no problems. So, do I just go and wait? Mm-hmm. I giggle awkwardly, shifting from foot to foot. It's even busier than I imagined. This is only a small event. It's nothing really. Incredible. Yup, these virtual idols are incredibly popular. I wish I could be this popular someday. Are you trying to be an idol too? Not an idol, an actor. I've been in a few indie films, but nothing major just yet. I'm waiting for my big break. So you're working as a security guard on the side? That's about the gist of it. Oh, but where are my manners? You don't want to hear about me. I bet you'd be more interested in learning about this event. You know, some of these people have been waiting out here since 7 in the morning. Really? Yup, that's hardcore fans for you. I guess you're pretty hardcore yourself, being here for a whole hour early. But some of these people are intense. At bigger events, it's not unusual for people to queue a whole day in advance. You mean they sleep out in the streets? They bring tents. It sure is something. I've spent a vast amount of money on Ico-related merch in my relatively short life, but even I can't imagine doing something like that. Queuing for a scant hour sounds torturous enough as it is, but queuing for a whole day, on the street, surrounded by strangers? That's way too much for me. Don't worry about it too much. There'll probably be a separate call for volunteers. You never know. He gives me a conspiratorial wink. You might be able to get in early. Alright. I hang around at the back of the line, wringing my hands awkwardly. A lot of people are dressed up. They're wearing all kinds of styles I've only ever heard about online. I've never seen a real gyaru in the flesh, but there are a whole flock of them here. If flock is indeed the correct pluralization for a group of gyaru. I fiddle with the sleeves of my jacket. All of a sudden, I feel incredibly dressed down. It's like I've turned up for a wedding in a pair of slacks. Still, that's probably a good thing. I have no desire to stand out. Ahem, we have an announcement to make? All of a sudden, a disembodied voice rings through the plaza. It's crackly and contorted, coming from through a series of speakers piled up near the entrance. The chattering of the crowd dies down. This is the first call for volunteers. If anyone is registered to be a volunteer, please can you enter the building and get signed in? Thank you. I guess that's for me then. I duck out of the back of the line and take a step forward when... Makoto, wait! Don't leave me behind! Oof. I feel something smack against me from the side. A cannonball? No, it's just a person. Thankfully, she's not that heavy. Though she's tall. Taller than I am. She's light as a feather. Is she like a bird? Maybe she has hollow bones. I grab her shoulders, holding her upright in a faux embrace. I'm knocked back a few inches, but we both manage to remain upright. Hey, are you alright? Oh. The girl blinks at me, her eyes filled with tears. She's not seriously hurt, is she? But before I have a chance to ask, she suddenly squeals out, My hero! You're so cool! And she pulls me into a tight, crushing hug. Ugh. Forget my idle fancy about hollow bones. This girl, despite being light, is surprisingly strong. I try to wriggle free from her embrace, but it's impossible. I can't breathe. Could you let me go? Oh, of course! The girl laughs awkwardly and takes a few steps back. I guess she didn't realize how tightly she was clinging to me. I just couldn't help myself. If it weren't for you, my cosplay would have been ruined. This dress took hours. Doesn't say hours. This dress took such a long time to sew, and I spent ages trying to pad out this bra, too. I wouldn't want all my efforts to be for nothing. Padding? Mm-hmm. The girl gives me a peace sign. I know I don't really have the figure for it, but I love this character. They mean a lot to me, so I wanted to give it a shot. Did I do a good job? Now that she mentions it, I think I recognize the costume. I guess this girl's a little too tall for it, but she pulls it off rather well. The costume looks nice, and her makeup has been applied carefully. Not that I know much about makeup. Some people get kind of weird about guys cosplaying female characters, though. Oh, you're a guy. Huh? You're a guy? I thought her voice was a little deep, but I didn't expect that. Oh, I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. I know it's not very conventional, but we are at a con, so I thought I might as well dress up. I mean, it's just for fun. No, it's fine. I'm not uncomfortable. Well, maybe the hug was a little too much, but it doesn't bother me that you're a guy. Well, that's relief. He laughs cheerfully. Anyway, I'm Usui Yasuda, but you can just call me Yasu. What is your name, my noble prince? Prince, is it? Being called a prince by someone I've only just met is a little awkward, but, well, I don't think he means it maliciously. I'm Ogawa Hana. Hana, what a lovely name! And this is the first time you've been to a convention? That's right. I don't really know what to expect. They can be a little daunting if it's your first time. They're so loud and noisy, and a lot of people will want to take photos of you. Well, maybe not of you, since you're not dressed up, but you might end up in a few shots all the same. I hope that doesn't make you too uncomfortable. I swallow. I should have thought about all this before. You know what? If you're a little anxious about this whole thing, maybe you should hang out with me. The more the merrier, right? Well, if you don't mind. Of course not. But I'm also with my friend Makoto. Here she is now. Yasu waves to the newcomer. I turn, following his gaze. This Makoto is a young girl dressed as a robot. It's a very impressive costume. Shiny fabric with a helmet over her head. It looks like a pain to walk around in, though, especially in this heat. Cosplayers really are devoted to their craft. Hey, Yasu, what on earth took you so long? It's a long story, but this girl just saved my outfit. I tripped and she caught me. I know, I'm forever in her debt. You know, you don't need to go that far. Just don't fall behind again, Yasu. You almost made me miss out on a photo opportunity. So, Makoto plants her hands on her hips. What's your new friend's name? Now that is a question. You know what? In all the excitement, I seem to have forgotten. Seriously? I can be quite scatterbrained sometimes. Try all the time. My name is Ogawa Hana. Oh yes, Hana. I remember now. What a lovely name. You already said that. Makoto turns her head and glances at me. Her voice drops to a stage whisper. Just ignore Yasu. He's always like this. Oh, Makoto, I'm hurt. It's true. So since Yasu seems to owe you his life or something, are you tagging along with us? If you don't mind. It's fine. I don't like people who slow me down. But then again, I came here with Yasu. You can't possibly be worse than he is. Makoto, you're so cruel. Is this what our years of friendship boil down to? It's just been years of me bailing you out of stupid situations you've gotten yourself into. I swear. Makoto shakes her head. Are you also volunteering, Hana? Yes, that was a general idea. Good, then let's get to the volunteer table. We're late enough as it is, thanks to a certain someone. I'm sorry, Mako. I promise I'll try my best. You do that, or I might go off with Hana and leave you all alone. No! Hana, I thought you were my prince, but you betrayed me. Give me my white pony. What pony? What the heck? Alright. I make it through the entrance, flanked on either side by my new companions, and enter the vendor's hall. Wow. The tables are piled with merch. There are figures, pillows, posters, keychains, and even bath towels. There's so much Aiko everywhere, it's unbelievable. A life-size cardboard cutout stands near one of the tables, alongside one of the virtual idols Naomi and Vesta. There are flags and banners with Aiko's face wherever I look, and posters all over the walls. I'm starting to get a headache, but in a good way. I've never seen so much Aiko outside of my own bedroom. Now, Hana, we're meant to be on duty. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I bow my head, my face flustered. I was so distracted by all the Aiko, I forgot. The three of us were finally able to sign up to volunteer, and we were given a task. We should be standing guard in the vendor's hall, not wandering around aimlessly like tourists. But all the Aiko. If you think the merchandise is impressive, you should come and take a look at this. Yasu takes me by the hand. I follow him, stumbling over my feet. My cheeks flush. I've never held hands with a boy before, even if that boy is dressed up like a girl. Hey, Yasu, where are you going? Showing our new friend something cool. He leads me into a different room. I stand there dumbly, blinking. Ah, a soft sound falls from my lips. My heart skips a beat. There's the stage. They're setting up the stage. The stage for Aiko's performance. I don't have much of a chance to stare, however, because something breaks my concentration. My phone is vibrating against my thigh. Who could that be? I fish my phone out of my pocket. I bypass the lock screen, then check the new notification. It's a message from my old friend Heartsong. Have you made it to the convention safely, Miss Acidic Flower? Is she checking up on me? She sounds almost like a grandma asking about their grandkid. Next, she'll be patting me on the head and offering me money on New Year's. I'm here, don't worry. I'm standing in front of the stage. You are? That's perfect. Could you look up, please? I have something to show you. I wonder what that could be. I lift my head and... Aiko stands there, smiling in all her glory. Her peach-colored hair frames her sweet, innocent face. I've seen plenty of images of Aiko online, and my whole room is a shrine to her visage, but I've never seen her so close before. She looks so warm and squishy, I kind of want to give her a hug. The hologram of Aiko glances about. Is she looking for something? Someone? Me? The moment Aiko catches sight of me in the crowd, she smiles and gives me a wink. Oh my gosh, she's so cute! I can't believe it! Aiko, it's the real Aiko! This can't be real. Was Heartsong telling the truth the whole time? Is she really the real Aiko? My phone buzzes again. I glance at the screen. Did you see me? I don't know what you look like, but I can find the location of your phone through the convention center's Wi-Fi. I tried to direct my gaze in that direction. Yeah, I saw you. It gave me quite a shock. If you need further proof, I can do it again. Look. I look again, as per Heartsong, no, Aiko's instructions. Aiko started to rehearse one of her songs. I recognize her movements. The steps are familiar to me, though I know about as much dancing as I do crochet. That is to say, nothing. This is the dance for Lost and Found, a song that topped the Oricon charts last year. In the midst of the choreography, however, Aiko suddenly does something unusual. She tilts her head, glancing in my direction, and makes a heart sign with her fingers. So cute! Did Lost and Found always go like that? Maybe they updated the choreography for this concert. That's so exciting! Ah, Aiko's so adorable! The crowd around me cheers, but I remain silent. My mouth is dry. I don't know what to say. There's nothing I can say out loud. Even if I tried, Aiko wouldn't be able to hear me, but I can always communicate through my phone. Technology has saved us yet again. Fine, I have no choice but to believe you after that performance. Now what? But I don't get to see what Aiko says in reply. Hey, excuse me? A tall man is meandering around the crowd. He's wearing a shirt and tie, and he looks more like a staff member than a visitor, but his expression is completely lost. For some reason, he looks familiar, but I can't quite place my finger on it. Have I met him somewhere before? Like myself, the other convention goers seem a bit put out by this man's appearance. They start tutting amongst themselves, and a girl a little to my right rolls her eyes and mumbles something under her breath. Though Aiko was only rehearsing a few dance moves, I think everybody got into it. I bet they're annoyed at having this unwanted interloper interrupt. Especially the people who were recording the event on their cell phones. This is an announcement on behalf of Lyric. We're going to be setting up for a while, so we would appreciate if you could try to not make too much noise. It will interfere with the sound checks. In fact, it'd be better if you could try and clear out of this area so it isn't too crowded. Thank you. What, really? That's like so harsh. But we want to see Aiko. I know you feel strongly about this, but this is for your sake. It's to ensure you can experience the most enjoyable concert imaginable. The harried-looking Lyric employee turns, ready to make a hasty retreat, but in his desire to escape the crowds, he trips over his own feet. Fortunately, I've garnered more than enough experience about trips and falls over the last week to last me a lifetime, and I'm able to help the poor man before he faceplants on the ground. Thank you. He sniffles, almost pathetically grateful. All of a sudden, I realize why he looks so familiar. It's the man I bumped into at the virtual net cafe 1 week ago. He was laden with 2 cardboard carriers and very nearly spilling scalding coffee over me. Fortunately, he didn't, and I'm not suffering from third-degree burns. He seems to recognize me too, though I should just be another face out of many in this fast-shifting seat. Maybe it's a deja vu. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't make a habit of bumping into pretty girls, I swear. You think I'm pretty? Forget that. Just forget it. He takes an awkward step back, even shyer than I am, and bumps right into a young woman. The woman winces, staggering, and rubs her hip with one hand. Could you please be a bit more careful? I'm sorry. That's what everybody says. The woman starts mumbling darkly to herself, her lips pursed. They all apologize, but they keep bumping into me, or knocking me over, or spilling things on me. It's almost like I don't exist. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Hideki bows his head, his whole face burning. It's kind of funny, really, considering the woman is a good 8 inches shorter than he is. What exactly does he think she could do to him? Well, given how she's mumbling under her breath, maybe she could put a curse on him. She looks a bit like the sort who dabble in black magic, what with all that dark hair. Anyway, my name's Hideki, Nishida Hideki. I never got a chance to apologize to you for running into you earlier, Miss Ogawa Hana. Miss Ogawa. He nods. For some reason, he looks relieved. Is he glad I'm not shouting at him? Do people shout at him a lot? He seems like the type. Well, this is kind of against company policy, but whatever. I'm in trouble enough as it is, and I've run into you twice now. I need to apologize somehow. You already apologized. Yeah, but since I'm an employee at Lyric, I can give you a more meaningful apology. You really don't have to. But I want to. I gulp. He isn't going to kowtow to me in the middle of this crowded convention center, is he? If he does, I think I might die. I'll seriously die. Hideki glances to my left and right at my newfound companions and blinks. Tell you what, I'll try and make amends for being such a klutz. I was told to clear out this area so we can rehearse for tomorrow's concert, but I didn't convenience you enough, so I'll make an exception. You can stick around for a bit and watch us set up the stage if you want. Your friends are welcome to come and watch too, so long as you lend us a hand with some other bits and pieces. We're actually a little short-staffed and could use help, and since you're volunteers... But we're supposed to be on door duty. We were given clear instructions. But Mako, this is a Lyric employee. We can't turn him down. We can and we should. I don't want to desert my post. It'd make us look incredibly unreliable. And what would the security staff do without us? I'll let the security staff know you'll be helping us out. It'll be fine. And what is it that you do at Lyric exactly? Mako, you don't need to interrogate him. You're not a detective. Well, I'm sorry. I don't trust every single stranger I meet, unlike you. Yes, you're a very smart girl, but we should hear this nice man out. He seems to know Hana, at least. That's right. I might have bumped into him once or twice. He doesn't seem very reliable, if you ask me. I'm part of the PR team, but I'm just an intern. I haven't been with Lyric very long, so I hope you forgive me if I screw up. Why are you bowing to me? You draw it out of people, Mako. Oh, please. Makoto, the world's tiniest, most intimidating robot, rolls her eyes. At least I think she does. It's hard to tell beneath that helmet. If you're that desperate to help, I guess we can do it. I don't know who elected Makoto as our group's spokesperson, but Hideki accepts her final judgment with relief. He bows to her again, deeply, his eyes shining. Thank you so much. Yeah. You see the 3 people standing by the sound booth? They're also part of the PR team. Just tell them you're here to help. Now I gotta dash. And he's off. Makoto, Yasu, and I watch as Hideki dashes off, quite literally. He very nearly mows over a few convention attendees as he does so. A few of them shout after him, but I don't think Hideki can hear them. Well, I guess we've been roped into something annoying. I think it sounds fun. You would say that. You always say that. Learn to live a little, Mako. Don't pat my head. So, should we go see the PR team? I guess we have no choice. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. I think this is a good place to stop. Oh, because we're getting with these 2 guys here. What the heck? Thank you so much for playing with me. I hope you had fun, because I definitely had fun. Please like and subscribe. It means so much to me. And I'm going to keep playing this. And I will see you later.